the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, weighing in under 185 pounds. Fighting out of MMA Cork, presenting Paul Buckley. As a hard making his way to the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, weighing in under 185 pounds. Fighting out of SPG, presenting King Kong Quinn.
This is the co-main event of the evening, Cage Legacy 10 in the middleweight division. We've got Paul Buckley out of MMA Cork taking on Aaron King Kong Quinn out of SPG. The easiest way of doing it is the King Kong is sporting the beard. Your referee is Mr. Decky Larkin. This is Noel O'Keefe, Richard Kiley, and Phil Campbell calling the action.
Big leg kick to open up from Paul Buckley.
Buckley looking to get it to the mat maybe.
Quinn using the wizard really well just to keep himself on the feet.
MMA Cork are one of the institutions of great ground game in MMA here in Ireland, so I would expect Buckley to look to take it there.
Excellent work.
So far Quinn leaning his mass and head position under Paul Buckley.
They look to pick an ankle here. Good takedown.
Down to join to the hips.
Again, head position just under the jaw of Paul Buckley from Quinn.
Paul Buckley looking to get that underhook in.
Lovely, Paul. That's excellent.
Paul doing a good job of keeping on the feet, defending the takedown. Digs in for an underhook here, doing the right thing.
Yeah, and turn back in. Lovely. There you go.
Nice knee on the inside by Quinn, answered by Buckley.
Just a real ward of attrition right now in this position.
Speaking with Paul during the week, he was telling me before he joined MMA Clinic, he had no experience beforehand. He wasn't into combat sports.
Excellent takedown again by Aaron.
Quinn gets it to the mat. It was a good battle for position to get that, so he gets his reward for all that hard work, and he has Buckley up against the cage, sitting up against the cage. Nice, short, sharp right hand there.
May look just to step outside of the half guard here, maybe pull Paul Buckley off the cage.
Off you go, Paul. Go, go, go. Knees up high. Knees up high.
And this is bringing it back to the position of every inch here is important for both fighters. You can see Buckley trying to earn his inches that will allow him to scoot up and use that cage wall to try and get back to his feet, while on the opposite end, you've Quinn will just pull him away them inches just to stop him from utilising that cage.
Aaron threw a short hook there. It's only a short one, but it landed flush in the jaw.
There you go. There you go. And again.
And it also keeps your opponent guessing. It's not letting them get comfortable, but just
Quinn, that's big shot!
Wow!
He just separated.
Smacks the gum shield right out of Paul Buckley's mouth.
Disengaged in true hellfire at Buckley. The gum shield is just out at the moment at the feet of Paul Buckley. He's making Decky Larkin aware of it, but small stop in the action perhaps.
There you go.
Quinn.
Just the absolute burst of energy, and Deck Larkin just pops that gum shield right back in.
VIP work from Deck Larkin there, the best in the business.
It's a veteran's move right there, isn't it?
Low blow there.
Kicking the scones.
If we had highlights, I'd be watching a highlight, not of the groin strike, who wants to watch that, but the beautiful work by Deck Larkin to get that gum shield back in. But yeah, a low blow, unintentional. Deck Larkin will probably tell Buckley just to watch his weapons and pick his targets.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Buckley's chin. He took some big shots there and it didn't seem to faze him at all.
I think it surprised Buckley the way Quinn just disengaged briefly as he was on the cage. It was like he had compressed him so much, just released that and threw heavy shots.
It's nice to see the change in tempo from there, that grinding style, and then as soon as he disengages, just throwing leather, as you say, no. A nice mix in tempos.
Back underway. Will they try to get back into that Ranger with Buckley? That's the end of the first. Just clearing the cage. Cage Legacy 10, the co-main event in the middleweight division. Paul Buckley, Aaron Quinn. Competitive first round. Interesting to see what advice the corners are being given both their fighters in between rounds. Wild left hook by Quinn, and it was countered well by Buckley there as well, and Quinn gets in on a single.
Uses it to set up pressure against the cage. Again, we've been seeing a lot of cage work tonight, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We've been seeing a lot of clinch work, that grinding position that people often take for granted, because aesthetically it doesn't look like there's a lot going on, but it's hellacious to be in that kind of spot.
Nice knee on the inside, and it drains the gas tank, Phil. And what happens is when you get back into open play, you can be a little drained. Your arms are heavier, your legs are heavier, and you can be susceptible to a strike that you may not have been apart from the grappling.
Both men trying to exchange heavy shots on the break.
Oh, nice uppercut on the inside. Just pulled the head of Quinn down. Buckley, has he done that? You can see each time that Buckley throws a leg kick that Quinn is trying to counter with a big right hand of his own.
Yeah, he's dropping those hands ever so slightly when he throws those leg kicks, and almost like a classic Muay Thai style, but this is not a Muay Thai fight, this is an MMA fight.
Exactly, and again, going back to the jab, we were speaking about it earlier. Those leg kicks should be set up off the jab. Otherwise, it's exactly what you're susceptible to the counter, and that's what Quinn is looking to do.
Good work by Quinn to turn a position that he was disadvantaged into him, looking for a double up against the cage.
If he connects those hands together, could be launching Buckley up. Good drag takedown. Big deep breath taken there by Buckley.
Big roar from the crowd, and King Kong noises being made, cheering on their fighter.
You could almost say the crowd going bananas.
Beautiful. Quinn, what can he do from this position?
I like what Quinn's doing by elevating the legs there. It's not unlike a Khabib style move where you elevate the legs, and that takes away that momentum and stops your opponent from being able to base out.
You see that a lot now as well, I find, in mixed martial arts. You see, obviously, young fighters, amateurs, they almost try and copy the styles of some fighters, and with the rise of Khabib, you really see fighters implementing and trying out some of the work that he does for him. Of course, undefeated lightweight champion, so if you're going to copy somebody...
Oh, that's a hellacious knee to the body right there.
Excellent shot selection there.
Just punishing Buckley as he was getting up, landing that stinging shot, and that can take the wind out of your opponent as well.
Thought about the high crotch. He needs to be careful not leaving the neck in there, so moves it into the middle of the body. Needs to straighten up that back just in case he leaves the head in. There's the high crotch.
Both fighters land awkwardly, and that's the end of the second round. And Quinn really, in the second half of that second round, picked up the pace, and he's feeling it. Just drops to the hunkers, taking in deep breaths. But excellent two opening rounds here in your co-main event in the middleweight division. Third round of your co-main event on their way. Aaron Quinn in the black taking on Paul Buckley in the white rash guard. And Quinn looking for the takedown straight away,
but doesn't set it up, so Buckley's wise to it.
And now it's Buckley in on a double.
Great double, just sucked the legs out from under Quinn.
Looking to step across.
For two guys that are fatigued, this is at their starting at a frenetic pace.
Yeah, I think Quinn was breathing the heavier at the start of the round there. We've seen him in between rounds, he was taking big gulps.
And Paul Buckley just trying to slither his way up the body of Aaron Quinn, but Quinn works his way back to his feet. Good work.
Is the style of fight we've seen, the wrestling heavy kind of style of fight. It takes it out of both men, the man being taken down and the man fighting for the takedown.
Buckley, he got the takedown, but he landed heavily on his head there as he done that.
Somewhere Jake the Snake Roberts is smiling.
DDT. He's in this half guard position now, and again, alluded to earlier in the night that some fighters really prefer this position. It can allow you to really control your opponent on the bottom and allow you to unleash hellish ground and pound. Quinn trying to get up, and it's more he's just trying to stand up and rather than post and work his way, just using his brute strength, and it's working at the moment. He gets this reversal.
Straight into side control.
Using that King Kong strength there. And now he's looking to step the knee across and get into full mount, but it was well stopped there by Buckley.
His intelligent defense, knew what Quinn was going for and was able to defend.
And Buckley trying to turn in on that single, and he's up again, and Quinn is on the neck, but it's not quite under.
Buckley just reaps the leg away and drags Quinn down.
Boatman leaving it all in the Cage Legacy cage tonight.
This fight really is turning into a King Kong ding dong, gentlemen.
Buckley landing heavy shots on top. And Aaron Quinn is going to need to work to improve his position here. Buckley really trying to put a statement on the third round.
Quinn makes his way towards the cage, really needs to use that to get up and separate and get away from Buckley, because at the minute, Buckley's the one imposing his game plan, imposing his will upon the fight.
And again, looking for that takedown, and beautiful work. The work rate of Paul Buckley in this third round is exceptional. Quinn again, almost like Derek Lewis. He just says, all right, I'm going to stand up now, and he does. And Buckley just trying to maybe suplex it. But Quinn was having none of it. And beautiful uppercut on the inside by Paul Buckley.
Paul Buckley has been utilising that uppercut well throughout the whole fight.
He's really trying to put it on Quinn in the third round. And that is the buzzer. An exceptional fight by both men. They'll be both feeling that tomorrow. Leaving it all in the cage, as I said earlier. An exceptional performance by both men. Let's send it to your judges to see who is victorious.
At this 3-round action, we go to your judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scored this bout 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out